All right, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Jameli Mel back here to review this basketball right here. It is the official NBA basketball by Wilson. Y'all, they changed the sponsorship of the NBA for the basketball from Spalding to Wilson just recently, and actually, what my idea was, I was actually going to get the Spalding basketball back in like 2019, but that's when they made the announcement. I remember they said something about how they were going to make the switch from Spalding to Wilson and to the beginning of the 2021-22 NBA season. And I was like, man, that's a long time from now. It was like the end of 2019 going into 2020. So I was like, man, we really got a whole another NBA season to deal with. And then, well, two whole NBA seasons to deal with. And now here we are. So yeah, man. Got the basketball. I want to give y'all a little review because I know it's not too many on YouTube. Now, this isn't fresh out the box. I've already been playing with it. I got this like a week and a half ago. So I've been playing with it very often, or continuously. And I can't say that after day one or two, it'll start to break in a lot better than you think. You know, also that price point $200. So it is steep, but it is a genuine leather ball. I mean, it's constructed very well. The craftsmanship is good. I don't really see any bad. I don't see anything bad on my basketball. I mean, this is like the first batch. Actually the second batch. The first batch came out July 29th. It was 1 out of 100. And so this came out like a week and a half after that. So like the second week in August, that's when this came out. So I was able to get my hands on it. Been playing with it. Like I said, it's broken in a little bit. It's not all the way broken in. But it's broken in a lot quicker than what I thought, because I was one of those folk too, where I'm trying to look up like, how can I break this ball in quicker? Like, you know what I mean? Can I put some conditioner on it? Can I play with it outside just a little bit just to break it in quick? But honestly, to be honest with all of y'all, you want to go the natural way. And one thing I can preach on this channel, on anything I talk about, is that the natural way is always going to take more time. So you need to go the natural route. Just play with the basketball. Let it naturally break in over time. If you use it, you're going to reap the benefits of it. So, you're going to be able to enjoy the fruits of your own labor if you play with it long enough. So, $200. I know the Spalding basketball actually was $170. I honestly could have got it for cheaper because I had a little discount from Spalding or whatever. But I said, man, but what happened was they had sold out on their site and they weren't going to have it available until like sometime in the summer. So I was like, man, you know what? I'm just going to wait it out, go ahead and get this one when it comes out, and then we're going to be cool. So got my hands on this. Like I said, been playing with it. And one thing I will say is a couple of tips to add is that, be careful with it. It is leather. So I will tell y'all real talk. If you look on this side of the ball right here, you can see a big scuff right there. That actually was hanging off. So the leather that scuff right here that tore off was just hanging down. And you can see a little piece of it right there. Where I couldn't glue it because I glued it back. It may come off again, and it is what it is if it does. But I would just say be careful. That happened when I was shooting a side three, and it accidentally hit the top of the backboard. Like I said, this ball is slick, so it may be a little difficult to shoot with. So when it hit the top of the backboard, I got the ball, and like, damn, like it hit the leather that hard. But it is leather, so it's going to do what other basketballs don't. I've hit the top of the backboard before. Everybody has, man. Don't act like y'all are perfect shooters and never dealt with that, man. Everybody's hit the top of the backboard before, the side of the backboard when they're shooting the side. It's okay, it happens. As they say, pandemic P, I guess you would say. Even though I really feel like they was doing my boy dirty, but hey, it happens, man. We hit the side of the backboard, it's cool. So that happened, scuffed the ball. And I kind of got frustrated because I was like, man, you pay $200 for this ball. You don't expect it to do that. But like I said, it's leather. Other basketballs are constructed with a different material, so they're not going to do that. The reason why this did that is because it's new leather. So it's almost like you get a fresh new pair of shoes and the leather, and it accidentally, like, you might scrape it against something and it scuffs really badly. It's because the leather isn't truly broken in yet. Stiff leather has a better chance of breaking. It's almost the same way as if you don't have hydrated skin, like your skin doesn't have like oils or anything, or you don't have, like, some kind of lotion or like moisturizer on, your skin has a better chance of peeling or cracking or being cut. That's the same way with leather. It's the natural way, man. So you got to understand that. So is it worth it? Is this ball worth it, man? I would say, just because it's a genuine leather ball, it's beneficial to get it, because now you killing two birds with one stone. What happens is now you're dealing with the break-in process, so you gotta play. So you gotta get out there on the court. You can't just sit this ball around and think it's gonna break in. Like, I'm gonna sit it around for a couple of days and I'm gonna be good. You gotta actually put work in with this ball. So that's two birds with one stone. You gotta put the work in. And then on top of that, like I said, the craftsmanship is pretty good. I haven't seen other Spalding ball. I played with it actually, because a guy that I went to college with, he had the ball, and like I said, his was still in this condition right here. It was still like he was still trying to break it in, and I just remember playing with it, man. Because like I said, I played with, before I got this, I played strictly with the solution basketball, the NCAA men's solution game ball. And before that, I was playing with the Wave ball, which is pretty much the same thing. It's just got all them grooves in the channels. So I strictly play with that. I don't know why people like the Evolution so much. I think that's the most overrated basketball ever. I haven't played with the Nike, but I know everybody hypes this Evolution basketball up like it's the most amazing basketball ever. But when you get sweat on that ball, it's no good anymore. It doesn't absorb sweat like the Solution basketball does, and also as this leather ball does. One tip I give y'all is, like I said, when you sweat, get your sweat on the ball. Let your sweat get all over the ball. Rub sweat on your hands. Rub it on the ball, almost as any basketball player does, to get a little more grip. Do that, because it's gonna help the break-in process. You look it up. It says to get your oil, sweat, and natural dirt on the basketball. That's what you're supposed to do. So it helped that break-in process. So yeah, is it worth it? If you got the funds, I would say go ahead and get it. I think it's out of stock right now, but when they come back out, I would say get your hands on it if you can, and just enjoy that break-in process, man. Because once this leather breaks in, you know, and I know, we both know, we all know that when leather breaks in, it's some of the most like genuine material ever. It's almost like, I would say suede is more genuine, but that's because it still got them hairs on there, so you get to see the color change. But leather is up next, man. Like, leather is like a leather jacket or a fresh pair of leather shoes. Once they get broken in, they feel so much better. It's not stiff anymore. It's soft. It's buttery. That's how this is gonna feel. So can't wait for that to happen. Now, like I said, it is $200. So if you can afford it, go right on ahead, man. Or you may want to take the other route. Get you a Spalding basketball. This $170. I don't know if they're going to change the price because they're discontinued. They're going to be discontinued after a while, but you might want to go that route. But if not any leather ball or or the Spalding basketball, I would say get the NCAA Wilson Solution basketball. That basketball is probably the second best to this basketball because it has the moisture absorbing cover, and you're going to want that when you're playing ball. You don't want a ball that when you get sweat on it, it's going to slip out your hand. That's what I deal with the Evolution. That's why I don't like it. Even when it's fresh out the box or when it's broken in really well, I still don't like it. I don't like it. And like I said, a lot of rec centers play with it. A lot of YMCAs play with it. LA Fitness. Everybody has the Evolution, but I don't tend to like it. So I'm keeping it honest with y'all, man. I've seen people agree with me on that too. But the reason why I say this is the best is because it's natural. It's like everything in life, man. Like, you try to, look at other elements of life, because that's what I try to do with my anything I talk about, is try to bring it back around to nature, man. A lot of things try to emulate nature, but it's nothing like it, man. This is a natural basketball, so every other basketball tries to emulate this ball right here, the genuine leather feel. you know, that grippy feel when it breaks in, but it can't. It's nothing like it. So it's nothing like the real thing. Now, am I saying you have to have this? No. You can play with it. Real hoopers. I can say real hoopers probably can play with any ball, to be real. As long as it's a size 7 and it's pumped up really well, you can play with it. It don't matter. But anyway, like I said, that's a review of this basketball. Maybe I'll get some on-court footage with it. I don't know. But I want to hear what y'all think. If y'all have the Spalding basketball and it's broken in, or let's say y'all have it and you may have just started using it, how long was y'all's break-in process? How long did it start until it started to feel not too slick anymore and stiff? Because this doesn't feel stiff anymore, but it still feels like kind of slick. Not slick. I can't really explain it. It's not that soft, buttery feel the leather has. It still feels like out the box, but it's not that slick texture anymore. So let me know how long y'all's break-in process was, where it started not to feel too slick out of the box. And then also, if you play with it long enough, how long was your break-in process if you played, say, like 5 times a week and at least an hour 30 minutes, 2 hours? Because that's how often I play. And I want to hear other people's reviews, man, on the Spalding. Because like I said, I've only played with it. And when I played with it, it came off my hand different, but I haven't had it in my own hands. But I feel like I'm doing too much talking, man. So I'm going to leave it there. Like I said, leave y'all comments, thoughts, feedback down below. If y'all cop, let me know how y'all feel about it, man. And like I said, until next time, it's your boy Jamel Emil, and I'm out.